Back cold fronts have hit the Cape. The South African Weather Service is forecasting possible disruptive snowfall of more than 20 centimeters in parts of the Western and Northern Cape. eNCA's Janke Tolmay travelled with our meteorologist Annette Venter to one of the flagged areas, which is Sutherland.
So it's the morning after the snowstorm hit Sutherland, and I can tell you it is still freezing cold. Even though the snow is not as thick as we expected, most parts of the town still do have a thin layer of snow that's covering the streets, the roofs of the houses, and much of the plants. And I can tell you, even though it's something new and exciting for some of us, the residents are just going about their daily lives. People are going to work, children walking to school in this freezing weather. Interestingly enough, all the signal was basically dead this morning when we woke up. There was no cell phone signal. Also, we couldn't get any petrol on our petrol card because the signal was down, and even some residents saying that the radios were not even working because of the storm that hit Sutherland last night. But still, a pretty magical morning to wake up, even though it is freezing cold and I can barely feel my hands. But I'm just going to ask Mabuti to just give you a quick look at what we are seeing. As you can see, there is still some snow that's covering some parts of the fields, but it's not as much. It seems to be melting a bit quite quickly as the sun is rising. But we are going to keep looking for some parts. We understand that outside of Sutherland it might have snowed a little bit more. But just to give you a bit more information, I do have with me again our eNCA meteorologist Annette Venter. Annette, already the storm hit last night, but already we're seeing that it seems to be melting away.
Yeah, that's right, Janke. It's mainly due to the wind, and the sun is also rising, so the snow is definitely starting to melt. I would say overnight about 10 centimeters in the town, but last night I spoke to a local and she showed me a photo as well as a video of someone just a farm outside of Sutherland, close to the Sutherland Pass if you come in Sutherland, and they definitely had close to 30 centimeters of snow over there. So hopefully we'll be able to go there and see the snow before it starts melting. It is still freezing cold outside today, only a maximum temperature of 3 degrees forecasted for Sutherland. The feel like temperature is definitely below zero, and also the wind chill is sub-zero temperatures. It's still cutting through my skin as we stand here. Thankfully the wind has died down. Last night I can remember it battering against our window. We were lying awake just staring at each other. We were actually scared because the windows were just shaking of the gusting winds still in Sutherland up until at least 6 o'clock this morning, and then finally as soon as the sun started rising the wind also started dying down.
What can we expect? Any snow here further or any parts of South Africa?
So the front has moved over Sutherland as well as most parts of the Northern and Western Cape. It is currently in the Eastern Cape where we are expecting snow on their mountain peaks as well as some of the high-lying areas, and then finally also snowfall over Lesotho and significant falls of snow forecasted for the southern Drakensberg close to Tiffendale ski resort.